friends? Welcome to the 5 Ways to Be Awesome podcast.
Yes, so excited to be here.
So excited.
Some would say this is quite awesome.
This is very awesome. 2 best friends leading a podcast
Just chatting
together.
about Jesus and life and awesome things.
We are your awesome hosts. My name is Katie.
And I'm Bryce.
And it is great. No, it's awesome
To be
with
here.
you.
Yes, well, we thought it would be funny, too, over the course of every episode to see what episode we can say awesome in the most.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure awesome is in my top 5 favorite words of all time. So
awesome is definitely not in my top 5, but I'm stoked about it.
I alone am going to get that tally up.
And after 5 weeks, we will never say awesome again.
Yeah. So anyways, we are going to be with you for the next 5 weeks as your hosts as we talk about ways to be awesome. And so we want you to get to know us a little bit, and we want to share our kind of top 5 awesome things.
Now, these aren't the 5 things that it's like, oh, Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out, Netflix. Like, it's more of the obscure things that you're like, this is pretty awesome.
Yes,
right? So why don't you share us your list?
Okay, so my top 5 are, I love days that are sunny and cold. I don't know. I love the sun being out.
Like a crisp 70 degrees.
Totally. It's awesome.
Consider that cold.
I love iced coffee with cream and vanilla. It's just awesome. A perfect one is awesome.
Yes.
I
just
love
hits different.
New vans. New vans are awesome.
Yes.
They're
especially
so clean.
checkered vans.
Yes, and you run so fast with new shoes on. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
I think room service is awesome. It is the most, expensive food being delivered.
I will pay $30 for a slice of chocolate cake.
Wheeled to your hotel room.
That is awesome.
Yes, please.
Yes,
it's
please.
awesome.
And just putting it outside your door after.
It's awesome.
Okay.
Unexpected gifts. Awesome. Like when someone just leaves you a present for no reason.
Like on January 25th.
Wrapped. So you have to
There's
unwrap
your present.
It. Awesome.
Yes. Well, my list is a little different, but excited to share.
It's not as magical?
No. So I think homemade ice cream is awesome.
Yes,
so I've really gotten into that, done a deep dive over the last year.
I've had some. It's awesome.
It's awesome. Yes. I also think the big soda touchscreen machines where it's like you can get cherry flavored Fanta, which is disgusting.
It's awesome that it's at your fingertips.
That you can just go like, yes, I would like that. I also think the rock structure and the waterfall Angel Stadium is awesome with Mike Trout right in front of it.
Yes.
Yes. I personally think a plain black t-shirt is awesome.
Okay. Cool.
It goes with everything.
Cool.
And you're like, you look professional, kind of.
Awesome for you.
Awesome for me. And my last one, I think Apple CarPlay is awesome in my car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
yes.
It's a little joy.
We did have very different awesome lists.
Yeah. All things awesome.
All things awesome.
Yes. Well, we are excited because every week of this podcast, we are going to have a guest on the show with us.
An
awesome guest. They might share some of their awesome things with us.
Yes.
So this week, we're super excited to have our first guest, which is Mr. Johnny Montgomery.
Woo!
Yes, he is awesome. Come on in, Johnny. Welcome to the 5 Ways to Be Awesome podcast.
Hey.
Johnny is here.
All right.
Yes, put on those awesome headphones.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
We can.
I feel like that's what everyone asks when they come on a podcast. Yes. Can you hear me now?
It's also like the theme
or
of
Zooms.
2020 and 2021.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I feel like by this point we should be able to just know on Zoom.
You have
Absolutely.
a nice velvety podcasty radio
voice.
Thank
you.
I'm really excited about having you.
Some would say
guest.
it's awesome.
All right, yeah, it's an
Johnny,
awesome.
share with us your 5 awesome things.
Right.
Your top 5.
Your top 5.
Yes. I had to think a lot about what I think are. There's so many things I think are awesome, but I think the 5 I thought of were the Dodgers and Lakers, World Series, NBA champions.
Congrats
same
to
year,
you, sir.
Same year.
Yeah, 2020.
Anybody who says that
It's
like doesn't count because of COVID, dead to me. Ricotta cheese on pizza.
Ew.
Okay, what? Okay, no, ricotta.
That is not awesome.
Okay.
But keep going.
I'm pretty new into ricotta cheese on pizza.
It's awesome for you.
It's awesome.
Oh, it was gross.
Okay.
You did not judge our list. We won't judge yours.
I was silently judging while I was listening to your
we
guys'
had
list.
awesome lists. Okay, keep going. Number 3.
When you get a French fry and with your hash browns, like the one fry at Chick-fil-A that comes with your hash brown, I think that's just like a little surprise. Kind of like an unexpected gift. Kind of like an unexpected gift.
Here's a French fries, sir.
And then when I love the movie theater experience. So I really miss going to the movie theaters, and I love when people clap at the movies. I think that's awesome because
At the
really
end of every
into
Star
it.
Wars.
Yeah, everyone claps, or like even during the movie when everyone's
awesome.
really
or
excited.
when you land on a flight and everybody claps.
I don't get that. Okay. I don't understand.
Well, I think it's awesome.
Are you clapping because you're happy you're alive, or like it was so amazing to be on a plane?
Yes. Okay, number 5.
And number 5, I went sort of sentimental, playing baseball with my son.
Oh,
is awesome. Yes, I went a little bit more serious on that one.
Oh, how old's your son?
He's 4.
Oh,
and his only goal is to hit it over the fence every time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which means I have to hop the fence every time that it happens and scrape up my arms and knees, which is fine because I'm happy to.
That's a good dad.
He is fun.
Good dad. Well,
so great.
Johnny, so glad you're here. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Book of James later, but before we do, 2020 and 2021 can be categorized as the year of online shopping, some would say. So I basically only order everything from Amazon. So every episode, we're going to have an Amazon awesomeness item that we're going to give to the guest.
Oh.
So, Johnny, you're our first guest.
Wow.
And
what is it?
We got you a burrito blanket.
Wow.
So, my softness.
If you've never seen a burrito blanket before.
You guys.
Wow, this is so soft.
So soft, actually.
As soft as a warm flour tortilla.
No,
That's how
it is so soft.
This is hot off the Chipotle press.
I'm literally wrapped in a burrito.
Yes.
Yeah, you're wrapped in a burrito.
Should I do it right now?
Wrap
Just kind of. It's kind of cold in here.
Wrap it up.
What does it feel like to be a Chipotle burrito?
It feels. Can I wear this when they're giving out the free burritos?
You can
get the free burrito.
You should. That would be awesome.
I mean, this is this is like the perfect thing to wear, right?
Yeah.
I am literally
so
dressed like a burrito.
All right,
okay,
keep that on. We're gonna play a quick game.
We're gonna play a little game because give you guys a chance to be awesome in competition against each other.
Okay.
We're gonna play a little game called 5-second rule. It's gonna be amazing. And basically, what's gonna happen is the timer is gonna be set at 5 seconds. I'm gonna give you a category. You have 5 seconds to say 3 things in that category, and it's gonna go back and forth.
Okay.
If the timer runs out, then the other person gets the point.
Yeah.
And the awesome prize, I don't know if this is a prize. It's actually a prize for the loser.
It's a punishment, some would say.
It's a prize.
Is that?
I like prize for the loser. It's more positive.
Okay. That looks like a razor.
This is a razor, and you both have beards, which I think is funny.
Awesome.
And we will, in 6 feet distance,
I can see where this is going.
do a little shake.
I'm very
Yeah.
nervous.
It's gonna be amazing.
All right, let's start.
All right, here we go. Okay, so Bryce, you're gonna start off.
Okay, I'm feeling good.
Counters at 5 seconds.
Awesome.
Johnny
Only Bryce is doing
No,
this.
it's gonna go back and forth.
Okay.
It's gonna be back and forth. Okay, Bryce, are you ready?
Yes.
So be ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. First category: 3 favorite candies.
Ooh, Sour Patch Kids, Swedish Fish, Sweet Tarts.
Skittles.
No,
Oh
you get a
wait.
new
Oh my.
category.
New category.
Okay, new category.
New category.
Sorry.
Johnny, 3 farthest planets.
Pluto, Neptune, Saturn.
No, unfortunately, that's
seconds.
incorrect. Okay,
I couldn't do the song.
That's a point for Bryce. Good try.
Okay.
Here we go. Next
2.
category. Bryce.
Yeah.
3 people in your family.
Terry, Wayne, Danielle.
Okay, Johnny. 3 people who only go by one name.
Cher, Beyonce, Adele.
Wow,
Whoa.
good job.
That was quick.
Okay.
But by the way, can we acknowledge that the questions
Bryce,
are
okay, here we
one-sided
go.
at this point
Bryce,
of
here we go.
difficulty?
Yeah.
3 things you're wearing right now.
Shoes, socks, underwear.
Okay, Johnny. 3 Norwegian dishes.
What?
Fika.
It's weird that you don't know.
You don't know that.
Okay, so it's 2 to
Is that-
0.
am I
It's the
missing
first one to
something?
3 wins.
Okay.
Oh, first 1 to 3. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Norwegian dishes.
Bryce.
Yeah.
3 American foods.
A burger, hot dog, and French fries.
Yes, good job.
Some would say.
Okay.
Or what you would order at the ballpark. Okay. Johnny, here we go. 3 TikTokers.
You could. Yeah.
David Dobrik at 1.
I don't know who that is.
Time's
He's
up.
more of a
Timer's
YouTuber,
up.
I
Time's
guess.
up. So unfortunately, Bryce, not unfortunately for Bryce, you won 3 to 0. Unfortunately for you,
Right.
you have a prize for being a loser. You're
question-
not a loser.
The questions
All right, the
were
punishment.
questions were random, right?
Totally
Yes.
random.
Totally.
All right.
So it's totally random that mine
So,
were harder.
here's
or
the punishment.
We can
Did
acknowledge
you hear that?
Okay.
Here's the prize.
I heard it.
Johnny.
Listening.
Here's the.
I can hear
this.
it. Heard
Okay.
it.
And I am going to 6 feet across
Okay.
you, shave
Is this really happening?
Yep.
some of
Okay.
your beard.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is actually happening.
Keep going.
Is it actually happening?
I don't want to hit your eyelashes.
Please don't hit my eyebrows.
Okay, that looks good.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
good. That's gross.
Did hair
Yep.
actually come off?
It
Yeah.
did. Yes. All right.
I think it looks
Dude,
handsome.
that was awesome.
I'm literally holding my hair. I don't know where to put it
That's
now.
so- Yep. Put it on. There we go.
Just wrap yourself in your burrito. You'll be okay. It'll be a little hairy.
All right, we're going to change gears rather quickly. So for the last 5 minutes or so, we're going to talk a little bit about the first week of the book of James and a way to be awesome. So every week we're going to be looking at a different way to be awesome.
Yeah, I want to dig into some deeper, awesome conversation. But as we kind of get started, how would you define the word awesome?
Not being shaved on a podcast. No. I would say that awesome, we use it to describe something that's amazing or excellent. To me, it's something that you stop and look at. Wow, that's awesome. Like you want to stop and look at something or pay attention to what's happening. I think that's the best way. I think
that's a great way to put it. Something you want to pay attention to, like you can't look away from. I love that.
A way of living, a characteristic.
So we're talking about 5 ways to be awesome over the next 5 weeks. And we really are looking at the book of James. And so there's like a couple themes that we're going to look at each week. This first one talking about facing your problems and what that looks like, which feels like kind of a downer to start with. But I think it's really, it is a way to live in an awesome way when we face some of the troubles that we have. So, Johnny, for you, if I know a question that a lot of people ask is, if God loves us so much, then why does he let us go through so many problems?
It's an
easy question.
It's an easy question to answer.
Just a softball to start us off.
That's a tough question, but I think there's a lot of layers to it. And the first thing I would say is the world is broken. We know this, right? The world is a broken place. Sin being in the world means that the world's never going to be perfect. It's going to be far from it. But I also think that we're in a world where God uses our problems to help shape us. And James 1 talks about facing your problems and that helping you grow. And I know that's been true in my life. I've seen the problems in my life, the things that I've had to face, help grow me in my faith and my relationship with God and just help grow my character as a person. I lost my mom when I was 7 years old. And then 3 years later, when I was 10, I found out the reason that she passed. And both of those things were really shattering to me. And when I kind of learned what had happened, which is she was an alcoholic, and that was what kind of led to her passing away, it was a really deep hurt that I didn't face for a long time. And so I didn't want to face it. It was one of those things where I don't want to face the hurt, the issues that I'm dealing with because I lost my mom and because of the reason. So for a long time, I didn't face that thing. And it was only until I did, when I finally decided I'm going to face this and deal with the hurt and kind of really process it, I really started to grow and become a better person as a result, a person of better character, that I wasn't defined by my hurts anymore, that I was really growing. And this quote from Billy Graham, I think it's from Billy Graham, really kind of helped me understand this more, was that mountaintops are great for views and inspiration, but fruit is grown in the valley. And I know that can sound cheesy, but really God grows us most in our pain and in our difficult times in our life. And I think when we face it, we become a better person.
Well, I think it's encouraging to just hear, it's not something we want to do a lot of times, face our problems. It's easy to shelve those things, but it's when we do face them that we find things on the other side of taking that step to face what's happening in our lives.
For sure.
What are some things that you feel like we shouldn't do when we do have problems in our lives, or maybe obstacles that keep us from facing our problems?
Yeah. The two things I would say is don't avoid them and don't deal with them alone. We can't deal with problems alone. We're not meant to deal with problems alone, and we're certainly shouldn't avoid them. So I was thinking the top two things that we should not do is avoid problems and then deal with them alone.
I think that's easy to do, to deny, just be like,
totally.
Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. I mean, how many times do we hear
Especially
people say
too,
that?
because I think everybody sometimes compares each other's problems, but everybody has their own problems, no matter what that looks like for you or for Katie or for me. So it's important to recognize that your problems are still something that you need to process through.
They're valid. Even if they don't feel as crazy as the problems of the person next to you, you still need to look at them and face them, however big or small.
Yes, totally. Sure.
What do you think are some things that we should do when problems come our way? Like, what are some ways to move to actually face them?
Right. Well, again, for me, the biggest thing is having good community around me. And obviously, when you're facing problems, that's almost too late to really put a community around you. Although it's never really too late, but really you should really have good people around you so that when you do face problems, you're ready to do it. And I think that combined with including God and processing through these things and doing what you need to do to deal with problems. I think, like you guys said, everybody's problems are different, and the way that we're going to process through them is different. But as long as we are facing them, as long as we are having good people around us, good community around us, and including God in what we're doing, I think that's the best way to do it. I think sometimes we forget, we think it's an option. We think like, oh, we don't have to have people around us to go through something. But the Bible says in Galatians that to bear one another's burdens. And when I see that, I take that seriously. And I think we need to take that seriously as a command and not just, hey, it's a good idea to include each other, obviously our close circle with what we're going through. It's not an option. This is a command because God knows this is what we need to be able to get through it. So.
Yeah. What does it look like to put a team around you? I've been using that word lately a little bit more than the word community because I feel like, how do I have a team of a few intentional people around me that when I am facing something tough, I call on that team to rally with me.
Yeah. And a team can be friends. It can be mentors. It can be your family. There's so many different aspects of a team too. Yeah. It's the coach, the players, the staff. So I think that's great.
I love what you said about talking to God, because I think we can have our team, but God is a part of that team too, that we want to turn to him and talk with him specifically about our problems. Yeah. I think sometimes we just let things, we think he already knows, but I think really processing with him and talking it through.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. All right. Well, Johnny, any last final thoughts for the week ahead as we wrap up this first episode about facing our problems?
Yeah. Just to keep with the theme, I would say if you allow God to work through your problems, you're going to become more awesome and have a life that's more awesome.
And awesome.
Yes, awesome.
No, I mean, that's totally truly what we're saying is a way to live that awesome life that God has for us. We face our problems, and that's a step towards awesomeness, truly. Yeah, sure. So,
well, students, so glad that you joined us this week. Our encouragement for you in the week ahead before episode 2 is read James 1:1-6, because that will give you a little bit more context of what we talked about. Johnny, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Your beard.
Happy to be here.
Awesome.
Yes. I'm going to go clean this up.
Go clean it up. And awesome. That's a wrap.
Hey guys, thanks for watching week 1 of 5 Ways to Be Awesome. I hope you guys got some awesome content. I know I'm already feeling more awesome myself. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our awesome content. We'll see you next week.